I haven't always had such a positive body image and self perspective. I've for years struggled with eating disorders in the past, body dysmorphia. And I'll be honest, it's something that will carry with me most likely for the rest of my life. Doesn't mean that it's active, it's there. And I think like any addiction, just like alcohol, just like anything that we've struggled with using as a tool in the past to cope with emotions that we don't know how to cope with, which is what I think is the root of addiction, something will always be back here as far as, what I don't allow is for that voice to take over. There are many tools that I use for this, but it's really flexing the mental muscle of remembering how awesome my body is. And by exercising it every day, by eating the healthiest food possible, by choosing a life of passion and purpose, pretty much I'm removing the cancers that I call cancers, anything that causes disease in the mind and body. I'm removing those from my lifestyle and instead allowing for the healthy choices, because there's always a choice in any situation. There's at least two choices to take the forefront, and that part takes the lead. The healthy choices we're making, and that I'm making in this case. But I haven't always had that strength and that awareness to do so. It took time and effort. Here's how film changed my perspective on my own body. This is from my book, Living Cancer Free. I haven't given this book enough space, partially because of the intro and how it ends, because my life has changed so much then. However, this was like a timestamp in my life, so to not discredit it, this was Miami, 2016. Now, this is one of the first times I saw myself on camera in a long time, and I was speaking to the camera, and I was doing a yoga flow, and this was after a trip to Tulum, and I saw some of the interviews I was doing and how I was moving through yoga and how I was presenting myself. It's on page 126 if you have the book. So this was in a reel for a concept for a wellness travel show that I was doing back then. I cried watching this video. It was me on film, and for the first time in a very long time, I didn't critique the girl I saw in the clip. I wasn't thinking, fat arms, look at the skin hanging over my pants, bad skin, fix your hair. I cried because I looked at this girl and I really liked her. I wanted to hang out with this girl, be her friend, and get to know her. It was an aha moment for me to truly appreciate me for who I was. That isn't always the case, but sometimes there are moments where life can grab us and it can pull us in the direction that we're designed to go and be. For me, that's what film did in that moment. Well, technically an SD card. It allowed me to see me, and that's something I absolutely love about film. It's absolutely something I love about talking to camera, hosting, interviewing. It allows you to see the person. There's something with a lens in capturing that. You can't falsify it. You can read human emotion. You can pick up on that. That's why we get so encapsulated with movies and the emotions behind it, because we as humans, we all want the same things. We all want health and happiness and joy and to have those life experiences and love and acceptance. We all have those birthrights. So that moment in film changed my perspective on myself. Now, it's not to say everything was all la-di-da and butterflies and rainbows afterwards. There, of course, were still many hard times that came, but it did change my perspective on me, and it did remind me of why I wanted to keep doing this on film and being in front of cameras as much as possible. So I thank you for being an audience here to listen, but also, what are those moments? Here's my share for you. How are you viewing yourself? And if you were able to step back, and doesn't have to be a physical lens, but take a step outside of your own body and start to see how you are interacting in your own space. What do you view about yourself? What do you see? You might quickly go to the negative qualities, but I encourage you to also give those space, but then go to the positive ones. What are you doing? What are you achieving? How do other people feel around you? If you want to improve something, you can always improve it. That's a choice in each and every moment. But right then and there, what comes up? And as you're able to start observing yourself more in those moments, you can continue to build upon the things you love, the things you like, because it's all there for you. And even as I'm sharing this, I'm getting excited because this also builds into everything I love doing, which is my mental health isn't 100% perfect, but it's come a long freaking way. And being able to build that up to a strong perspective of, I've got this, this is me, this is who I am, I'm living my truth, I'm living my passion, I'm coming across authentic. Those are really big things for me. And sometimes just giving yourself a little pat on the back to say, hey, you're doing amazing things. So give yourself that space today to do so. How did this resonate for you? I feel elated just by sharing it with you. Subscribe to Live Free TV. I look forward to sharing more tips with you. We're about ready to travel and pack up in the next month ahead, so we'll be on the road as well. Back to some travel. See you soon. And remember, you got this.